Now, live on KDKA-TV and streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh, this is the KDKA-TV News at Noon.
You're watching the KDKA-TV News at Noon. I'm Christine Sorensen in for Barry Pintar. We begin this afternoon with some breaking news in the world of entertainment. Action star Chuck Norris has died. His family announced his death on his social media and described it as a, quote, sudden passing. They did not release details about his death. Norris was well known for his martial arts skills, and as a star of Walker, Texas Ranger, he was 86 years old. Let's turn our attention to the forecast now, and with a live look over the city of Pittsburgh. It's a warmer day out there, but we might be dealing with some rain today, too. KDK First Alert meteorologist Trey Fulbright joining us now. Trey?
Yeah, that's right, Christine. We have some showers off to the north associated with this weak disturbance moving in from the north and west. You can see we started out mostly sunny this morning, but the clouds are quickly overspreading our area. Now, right now, a majority of us not seeing any of that rain reach the ground, maybe with the exception of locations north of I-80. That's due to the fact that we still have a lot of dry air in place, especially from Pittsburgh down to the south. But eventually it won't take much to moisten up, and those showers will increase this afternoon. Temperatures are already in the low 60s from Beaver Falls, Pittsburgh, south toward Washington, Connellsville, and Morgantown at 61. Some 50s off to the north where we are starting to see that rain-cooled air, but it is still much warmer, around 15 degrees or so compared to this time yesterday. And we can thank those south winds at around 10 to 15 miles per hour for that. Expect showers to gradually pick up in coverage through the afternoon and evening. There's a chance we may see an isolated thunderstorm between 7 and 10. Then our temperatures go up even more this weekend. We'll talk about that, plus the threat of severe weather on Sunday coming up.
All right, thank you, Trey. Pittsburgh police are investigating a double shooting in Homewood. Pittsburgh Public Safety reports a man and woman were shot several times while sitting in a car on Tioga Street just before 5 this morning. Officers say it appears both have non-life-threatening wounds and are in stable condition at the hospital. No word on what led up to the shooting or any suspects. Pittsburgh police are also looking for a person involved in a late-night shooting in Larimer. They say a man was shot in the neck along Larimer Avenue around 10 last night. He is expected to be okay. And about 2 hours before that, police say a 19-year-old was shot in North Braddock. They say he was shot twice at Ridge Avenue and Bauer Street. Police say he's also expected to be okay. Pitt police are searching for a suspect in an alleged armed robbery on the university's main campus in Oakland. This reportedly happened yesterday evening around 5:45 along Forbes Avenue near the law school. Police say someone walked up to a man, claimed to have a gun, and stole the necklace he was wearing. No one was hurt, but police want students to be on alert. The trial of a former UPMC doctor charged with trying to kill his wife in Hawaii last year is now underway. Gerhard Koenig is accused of pushing his wife toward the edge of a cliff, trying to inject her with a syringe and bashing her head with a rock. She survived. Now, a witness testified that she heard a scream for help while hiking.
We thought somebody had fallen. It's not uncommon for someone to fall because of the ridge being so steep and narrow.
When the witness was asked to identify the man she saw hitting the woman, the witness reportedly pointed out Koenig in the courtroom. The former president of the Board of Trustees of the society that operates the Duquesne Incline is now facing charges for allegedly embezzling more than $1.3 million. A federal indictment accuses Christopher Furman of making 25 transfers to his own bank account and then using that money to buy and sell cryptocurrency for profit. The society says it removed Furman from his position. Keeping an eye on Westmoreland County now, a woman from Hempfield Township is charged with stealing tens of thousands of dollars from the Fort Allen Elementary School PTO fund. Police say the group's treasurer, Darshana Trust, allegedly pocketed $26,000 of $46,000 of the parent-teacher organization's money over nearly 2 years.
We're going to supplement any changes financially or any experiences that are necessary. The experience for children in that school will remain the same until the PTO can kind of get back on their feet.
Trust has been the school's PTO treasurer since 2023. Leaders in Ross Township propose new measures to further regulate vape shops and limit the number of massage parlors in the area. Township commissioners want a list of new rules with the overall goal of proactively preventing human trafficking. The new rules would require all massage parlors to be open no earlier than 7 a.m. and no later than 10 p.m., with no one under 18 allowed inside, and the owner must be on site during hours of operation.
There are a lot. And this ordinance, I think, what this ordinance does, it may potentially deter the establishment of massage therapy in Ross Township.
Ross Township commissioners will vote on the massage parlor measure next month. The Shop and Save in Pines Plaza in Ross Township is closing April 4th. The store will not have a going out of business sale. Instead, they're moving all the products to other stores. The Trib reports that all employees of the Pines Plaza location have also been offered jobs at other locations. For Muslims around the world, today is Eid, which marks the end of Ramadan. It's one of the most important celebrations in Islam. A huge Eid celebration is taking place right now in downtown Pittsburgh, and Mamie Ba joins us live there. Mamie.
Good morning to you. Eid Mubarak. That's what you say to someone when you see them out. One of the biggest things here is the celebration and how everyone is so dressed up. I have on my abaya. It's a loose, long dress, very robe-like almost. So there's a lot happening here at the Islamic Center. Everything kicked off here at 10 this morning with a joint prayer being led by the Islamic Center Imam Chris. He led that prayer this morning as hundreds packed the Islamic Center. It was so great just walking over here. You saw so many people all dressed up heading to the center to pray. As you all know, fasting began on February 18th. That was the first day, and yesterday, as the sun set, the holy month came to an end. It's been a month of deep reflection, prayer, and fasting from dawn to sunset for a lot of Muslims, not just here, but around the world.
On one hand, it's very exhilarating that, you know, a month of fasting and lots of extra prayers and, you know, the time spent around the community, late nights, early mornings, it's coming to an end, and we celebrate and congratulate each other for reaching the end. But at the same time, there's just, you know, so much that goes on through the month that we love and enjoy, and to know that that is coming to an end also, you know, it makes it difficult to transition in other ways as well.
Yeah, someone who grew up Muslim and who is Muslim, it was very nostalgic this morning to walk out of my front door and see everyone all dressed up with their prayer mats heading to the convention center. Now, as prayer wrapped up here, there's also so many fun festivities happening at the convention center. You have the bouncy house, and also, this is the cool part here, all these fun animals. Take a look at this camel right here. This is just so great. So take a look, it is so cute. I'm a little bit afraid, but it's okay. It's not going to bite. At least I don't think so. So walk over here. Come here, Damien. I want you to take a look at this kangaroo right here. Some really cool animals that, take a look. Oh my God, it is so cute. Yeah, lots of fun here. People are here having a good time. Again, a lot more people were here earlier, but you have some food trucks outside, so people are heading out, grabbing some food, coming back in, and you have the kids here petting the zoo animals. Reporting live from downtown Pittsburgh, Mamie Ba, KDKA-TV News.
Yeah, that camel was definitely ready for its close-up, Mamie. Thank you for that report. All right, still ahead, we're learning more about a major concern for neighbors in one Beaver County community. See what our investigation's uncovering about something bad in the air. And before we go to break, a check on Wall Street live on your screen. We'll have today's closing numbers this afternoon on KDKA-TV News. Right now, the hunt is on to find out more about the namesake of the Carrie blast furnace. Rivers of Steel says they have identified her as Carrie Clark. The group found an old newspaper article that said she also lit the first flames at the facility in Swissvale. Now, Clark was born in Ohio but grew up in Lawrenceville. She attended Vassar College and died in 1888 at just 25 years old. Now, the group is asking the public for help so they can learn more about Carrie and hopefully find some images of her.
We are very certain that there is an image of Carrie Clark that exists, but that's the one thing that we haven't found yet. But women are often erased from this industrial history, so we've been really putting together those stories.
In the 1800s, it was common to name furnaces after wives, daughters, and sisters of mill owners. If you know something, you're asked to contact Rivers of Steel.
Erica and David here with the KDKA-TV Morning News.
Flu-like symptoms turn out to be a life-threatening disease.
Next and new at noon, a local woman tells her story that doctors say every woman should hear.
And are you pouring your child a glass of future anxiety?
Monday morning, the results of a new study that may have parents thinking twice about what they put in the fridge.
That story and more starting the week with us, 4:30 Monday morning for the KDKA-TV Morning News.
Rachel Carson was a writer, scientist, conservationist, and ecologist who grew up in Springdale. She's also known as the mother of the modern environmental movement. In 1929, Carson graduated with a biology degree from the Pennsylvania College for Women, which is now Chatham University. Her book, Silent Spring, which was published in 1962, is credited with advancing marine conservation and global environmentalism. On Earth Day 2006, Pittsburgh's 9th Street Bridge was renamed in Carson's honor.
Developing this afternoon, the Trump administration is working on a new power plant for southwestern Pennsylvania. Our partners at the Post-Gazette say the $17 billion hub will be called South Mon. It'll run on natural gas. It's one of 3 major hubs being built across the country as part of a $550 billion trade deal with Japan. The plant is designed to expand power production and make energy more affordable in the area. No word on when or where construction will begin.
Extremely frustrating. It's actually taken away from me focusing on things that I need to. Like yesterday, I called off work because I wanted to be there when they were there.
Keeping an eye on Beaver County now, people living in Rochester are dealing with a smelly and potentially dangerous situation. Community members packed a council meeting last night to express their concerns about a chemical odor around their neighborhood. They say the smell is coming from the Sherwin-Williams manufacturing plant on Cleveland Street. The township says they're aware of the situation, and at last night's meeting, they agreed something needs to be done.
The normal range is 200 to 400 acceptable range. My father's house is testing at peak 1,500 parts per billion of VOCs inside his living room.
The only thing we can do is notify the DEP, and I'll look in to see what other action we can take. Like if there's any codes that they're violating, I can coordinate with code enforcement, make sure that they enforce our ordinances. And if it gets to that point, we can seek, if we have to, if the DEP is not going to take action, then maybe we can research looking into filing a lawsuit.
Now, Sherwin-Williams previously told KDKA that they are working with the DEP. Neighbors have said they've seen DEP crews investigating sewage lines this week, but they haven't been given any other information. The American Heart Association is projecting that 6 in 10 women will develop at least one type of cardiovascular disease over the next 2 decades. New at noon, our Chillicothe introduces us to a 21-year-old from Mount Lebanon who had the flu, but it quickly turned into a life-threatening cardiovascular disease.
For anyone who works at AGH, these are familiar confines.
I'm there like 38 hours a week.
But before Ainsley Flynn started working here, it was familiar for a much different reason. We have to go back to late 2024.
I was at a Pens game, and I went home with a really bad headache.
Flynn said within a couple days, that escalated. She says she couldn't even get out of bed.
I finally was like, okay, I need to go to the doctor. Something isn't right.
She went to a MedExpress. They thought she had bronchitis on top of the flu. Then she went to another hospital.
I was waiting to be discharged from St. Clair Hospital, and I started to feel a lot worse.
It wasn't until Flynn was life-flighted to AGH when things started to change. But getting her here, it wasn't easy.
They put her on something called VA ECMO. It can support all of her organs, take over the function of her heart and her lungs.
Flynn was in something called cardiogenic shock. Doctors realized her heart had failed from viral myocarditis.
That's when the flu can cause inflammation of the heart muscle.
Dr. Candace Lee and the team here were able to use something called an Impella heart pump to turn things around.
Suck blood out from here, empty it, and then pump it out to the aorta, to the rest of the body where it needs to go.
Flynn's condition improved greatly. She's doing much better now, and she's back at AGH as a patient care technician.
All of the supplies that they use, I help stock that. I get to help with the patients. I get to help transport the patients.
It's surreal for her and Dr. Lee.
It is mind-blowing.
That was the person that saved my life.
She really brings a different aspect and insight to patient care.
And for Flynn, it's brought a better idea of what's coming next for her in life.
And it's just really solidified in my head. This is what I want to do.
She'll be back in the fall at Duquesne, studying to become a nurse.
I'm hoping once I graduate, I can work as a nurse full-time up in the cardiac ICU.
Hoping to be part of the team that helped save her life. From AGH on the north side, I'm Chillicothe, KDKA-TV News.
All right. Well, let's talk about the weather because it is Friday and a lot of people are looking forward to the weekend. And Trey, I know it's the first day of spring. When did it start today?
I believe 10-something this morning. I don't really keep track of that very well, but yeah, we are looking at spring-like temperatures as we head into this weekend. 64 is where we're expected to end up this afternoon. A lot of cloud cover moving in. That is above normal for this first day of spring, and our rain chances will begin to peak within the next couple of hours before they start to slowly dwindle as we head into this evening, with temperatures dropping back into the 50s and 40s. Showers north of 422 right now, up toward I-80. Again, the leading edge of this, not all of it is reaching touching the ground just yet. We still have a little bit of dry air, but it won't take long for things to saturate up, and we will eventually see those showers work their way in this afternoon. Again, all of this associated with a surface cold front and an upper level disturbance moving to the south and east this afternoon, giving us that chance for showers. And it'll be fairly widespread as we head into the afternoon hours. This is by 4 p.m. Areas generally from the Pittsburgh metro north and east getting in on that activity. We'll keep an eye on the potential of an isolated shower or thunderstorm later this evening after 6 to 7 p.m. as this cold front works its way down to the south and east. I think that chance of redevelopment is fairly low, and anything turning strong to severe is low as well, but just that outside chance of something occurring. Our temperatures will dip back into the upper 30s to near 40 tomorrow morning, and with a lot of low-level moisture in place and light winds, that'll set us up for patchy, dense fog for a couple of hours through the early morning hours and into the midday. I think by 9 to 10 we start to see that mix out, and then as we work our way into Saturday afternoon, should be fairly pleasant as some drier air mixes in and allows our skies to clear up. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Sunday, our winds flip to the south and west, and that's going to allow for a very big warm-up. We'll start out in the upper 40s to low 50 during the day or morning hours. Then our temperatures soar into the mid and upper 70s. We can't rule out some 80-degree temperatures as well. Now, that warmth comes with moisture and instability as we head into Sunday afternoon, and we've been watching the models fairly closely, and that's going to set us up for the potential of some severe storms. Now, looking at our overall storm environment, notice how the winds, as they increase with height, they don't change much direction, but they increase with speed. That's going to favor a line of thunderstorms, with the main threats being damaging straight line winds and hail. So we're going to watch Sunday evening between 5 p.m. and midnight for that threat of severe weather. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center has us in a level 1 out of 5. I think this is going to be upgraded and expanded as new models come in, so we'll keep an eye on that as we head into Sunday. So potential first alert day for Sunday afternoon and evening for the threat of severe storms. 76 for your high temperature. Monday's high of 50 occurs at midnight. We'll spend most of the day in the 40s before we drop into the 20s. A cold start Tuesday, and then temperatures hang out near normal as we head into the middle part of next week.
tonight. A first for Penn State women's high. Puck drop is 7:30. And that's all our time at noon. We've got more news, weather, and sports streaming around the clock on CBS News Pittsburgh. And we're always posting updates on our social media and at KDKA.com. We'll be back here with more news starting at 4. Hope to see you then.